guys, we'll be doing a quick review of match day one of the 2021 AFCON going on in Cameroon. A lot happened. As a Nigerian, we're happy with the Super Eagles as they defeated their counterparts from Egypt. The Pharaohs of Egypt were defeated by the Super Eagles. One goal to nil, courtesy of Kelechi Iheanacho. Tactically on that day, the Super Eagles were better, played defensive football. Moses Simon was on fire, running down the wings. Kenneth Omeru, Trostekong, played beautiful football. And generally, as Nigerians, we were happy. Musala was nowhere to be found. Musala ghosted. He had just 35 touches on the ball on the day. That was bad from a FIFA Player of the Year nominee. So going forward, a major controversy that hit African football, AFCON, was the referee controversy in the game between Mali and Tunisia yesterday. The referee stopped the match in 85th minute, firstly, and secondly, stopped the match at 89 minutes, which the Tunisian fans were furious with. The Tunisian bench were so furious with. Although we had, from reports we are reading now, he had an health issue, a sunstroke, was rushed to the hospital. Match was due to continue, but the Tunisian team failed to come out for the resumption of the match. Another talking point from match day one is how some big teams fared. We had teams like Senegal struggling to beat Zimbabwe. They needed a 96 minutes penalty converted by Sadio Mane to get past Zimbabwe. That's not so impressive from Senegal, who a whole lot of people tagged as the favourite to win this competition. Algeria too were held by Sierra Leone. The defending champions were held to a goalless draw by Sierra Leone. That's the one of the biggest result of that day. Considering the kind of group they have, a group that has Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea, Sierra Leone and Algeria. I think that's a very, very big result for the Sierra Leoneans. The Sierra Leoneans are just taking their claim that they are not to be messed with in this African stage. They held the Super Eagles to a 4-4 draw here in Benin sometimes last year, and when we went to Sierra Leone, they held us to a goalless draw again. They want to bam. They are ready to chill with the big boys on the African scene. Going forward, Ghana lost to Morocco. Ghana were so bad on that day. The Ayew brothers were nowhere to be found. Daniel Amante could not do anything, as he was even playing as a defender. Technically, Ghana were not there that day, and Sofiane Bouffard getting the job done for the Moroccans to go 3 points ahead in the group. Ivory Coast won their match, beat fair, although to me the goal shouldn't have stood. There was a foul leading to that goal, but it was a woeful performance from there too. Star man, highest goal scorer in the UEFA Champions League, Sebastian Haller, had no shots on goal throughout his stay on the field. He was on field for about 78 minutes or so. Even when Nicolas Pepe, Vives were introduced in the second half, they had little. Only Wilfred Zaha came close a little time. Nicolas Pepe wasted some balls, but as it goes on, they were so lucky to win that match 1-0. Equatorial Guinea, not bad, did a bit well in the first half. Second half, slowed down a bit and were trying to be a bit defensive and cautious of how they play. Going forward, for Gabon, it was no Aubameyang, no Lemina, no problem. They got the job done, got their goal in the first half, and got 3 maximum points. But generally, a lot of people have been talking about AFCON. All teams have been winning by 1 goal margin. What's wrong with African football? Why can't we get so many goals entertaining football? I think tactically in Africa, the way the teams are set up, the way the team plays, for the smaller teams, when they are playing bigger teams like Egypt, when Sierra Leone are playing it against teams like Algeria and the likes, they tend to be more conservative, keep compact defense, don't attack them. So the players have limited space to penetrate, and that's how it has been in Africa for some time here. The football game in Africa is totally different. Using the last AFCON, the 2019 AFCON as an example, Senegal got into the final, but throughout the competition they scored just 6 goals. That's to show you how compact and how defensive-minded African football is. So if you want to watch, a lot of people compare Euros was more not all the matches were in Euro were so interesting, and Copa America and the likes. Brazil, if you remove Brazil, Argentina, other teams, their matches are not so interesting. This is African football. Strength, power, and all that thing comes into play. You have to be properly sound as a player to shine on the African stage. That is all we'll be having for the match day one review. We hope to see whole lot of goals. We hope to see a whole lot of change. We hope not to see that kind of referee howler again as we go forward in this competition. Please click the like button, subscribe. Thank you. I hope to see you again.